Hi, today I want to show you how you can get started with one of our templates. This one is for an employee onboarding software, which you can also use as a to-do app. So to get this app, you're going to land on our templates page, and as soon as you click on use template, you're going to be redirected to your own workspace and dashboard. So let's explore our template. In the main page, you're going to be able to see a simple to-do app where we have a couple of filters that you can apply, as in when is this task need to be done on your first day, week 1, week 2, week 3, and also a toggle to hide or show all of the completed ones, and also a couple of numbers that shows all of the tasks that are completed, and finally a page where you're going to be able to upload files and have your employees download them. So for this part, the to-do list to work, I created these variables here. Filter by due date, which basically means this is the variable that's going to be holding the value from these buttons. There's also the hide and show variable, which is this one, right? Hide completed or just show them. And onboarding tasks, it's an array where we're going to be holding all of these tasks, and later on this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can connect your own backend to bring your own data and stop using this mock data. And then we have the resources and the search query, which are going to be useful for our second page, the resources. And in here you can see, if I click here, items, we can see that we are repeating this variable that I created, which is called onboarding tasks, with every single task inside of it. So how are we applying this filtering for these tags here? The filtering is happening inside of each card, because I set up a display condition, which is a dynamic display, where basically I created this formula, which I am filtering by the due date, which are these tags here, and also if I want them to be hidden or shown according to if they're completed or not. And inside of each one of these buttons, you're going to be able to see that we have workflows that very simply are just giving to this variable here, filter by due date, this value before your first day, value week 1, week 2, and so forth. And the hide completed one, basically the same thing, but the only thing that we implemented is a true and false split, which is basically checking if it's already false, turn it into true, and if it is true, turn it into false. Let's get working into bringing your own data into our app. Now, for this tutorial, I'm going to be using Xano. For Xano, you're going to need to create a new API, which I'm going to manage here. Let's create a new access token, and I'm going to bring it into our app. All right, after setting up our Xano configuration, let's just create a collection. Add a collection. Let's give it a name, tasks. Where from our Xano account. Now, for this tutorial, I went ahead and I created just a simple table inside of Xano with titles, due date, category, priorities, and most important, their completed status. Now for this one, I just want to get the general get. Basically, I want to get all of the tasks. And here you can see that it worked. And there we go. No sort and pagination. I'm just going to bring them. And now what we're going to work on is on replacing them, because as you remember, right now I'm just repeating my onboarding task, which is the mock data that you're going to have as soon as you import your template. But what we want here is our own data. So here on items, I'm just going to replace the mock data variable with my own data that I'm bringing from Xano. And since I'm using the same names here for my table and my columns, it already connected and is working out of the gate. One thing that we do need to pay attention is that right now the functionality of toggling on completed or not completed tasks is not going to work, because we need to set it up before. As you can see, if I click here and if I go here, nothing's going to happen. So what we need to do is we need to link this action, this toggling action, with an action from our Xano account. Right now, our toggle completion is just using this variable directly. we're basically writing down if it was completed or not directly into this variable. So I'm going to scratch all of this. I'm just not going to use it. I'm going to delete it, and I'm going to create a new workflow, which I'm going to call it complete Xano. In here, what I want to do is I'm going to do a request, a patch. Basically, I'm going to tell Xano that I want to update this specific row for this specific item. Now, which task, which ID? I already have it since I'm clicking on it. And what do I want to give? I want to give this, the completed or true, right? This is the one thing that I want to update, if it's completed or not. But before this action, we're gonna need to create a true and false split. Basically, our condition is the following. Is this completed? False. If it's completed, false, I want to put this one here and say true. And I'm going to duplicate this action and put it here for false. And now we're only missing one thing, which is a fetch action. Basically meaning, after doing anything with my Xano collection, I want to refetch it to refresh our data. Let's just preview this. Activate work email. And here we have it. Activate work email. It is not completed. So if I click on here, it apparently worked. Let's just refresh our data, activate, and here we have it. It's active already. Awesome. This was just a short tutorial to explain you how to start using our templates, how they were built, and how you can bring your own data. I brought data from Xano, but you can use your own backend. So you can just come here to plugins, and you can choose if you want to bring it from a REST API key, from Supabase, Xano, Airtable, or anything else that you'd like to use. I hope this was useful, and happy building!